Well, there have been a lot of questions regarding people saying that in our office space, I'm uncomfortable, my office is unhealthy, I'm not doing well because of my office environment. Now, there are two categories in this. One is sick building syndrome, otherwise known as SBS, and other are building related illnesses. The basic difference between the two is something which we catch in the building. We are in the building, you start sneezing, for example, your eyes start watering, but the minute you walk out of your office premise, you're all right. So that is a sick building syndrome. Generally, people having allergies to certain mold, certain TVOCs have this tendency. I've seen a lot of offices. Some people are wearing sweaters inside the office. Some people are not. Different people get impacted differently. A building is considered sick or having a sick building syndrome when more than 20% of the people working in the building are affected by some sort of allergy or discomfort while they are in the building, and they are okay once they go out. They can be identified, they can be fixed. On the other hand, a building related illness, something which you have caught inside the office and you have taken it out and it still continues with you, it goes home, it's contagious, it doesn't end once you leave the building. So those are building related illnesses. Now, you could have got infected with other stuff. It could be something with the renovation work done there, you breathed in asbestos, that could be that. It could be you caught some mold-based chest infection because of the indoor environment, and when you've gone out, it's only stayed with you and it has increased to another level. So these are called building-related illnesses. We need to address both. We need to understand them, and we got to understand that some people have a better immunity than others, but that doesn't mean it's not as important. So what we generally say, if it's affecting about 20% of the population, it is considered a problem which has to be addressed, especially when it's coming to sick building syndrome. With BRI, even one case is a problem. I'll give an example, how serious it can be. Many years ago, we were at a public sector company in the banking insurance scenario. In the central lobby, they had a fountain and they had a senior manager sitting on the 4th floor, his window facing the central lobby, which is an air-conditioned lobby, and he would keep his window open. So, and generally in a large lobby like this, hot air moves from down up. Now, fountains and water bodies do breathe something called Legionella. Now, with the vapor and the spray of water, he was breathing in the Legionella, and him being very sensitive, he got infected once, was hospitalized, they couldn't identify it. He got infected second time, he again stayed long term, it wasn't identified. Third time he died. Unfortunately, we were called in post the event to understand what went wrong, and the claim put forward that I got infected in the office. We tested the fountain. Fountains are very critical, especially in indoor areas, because they breathe Legionella. And when a shower comes, it can be released in the air, and it's can be a very serious lung infection. So this is just one example of a building related illness, and it can be fatal. So we shouldn't take it lightly, we should address it. It costed one man's life because we did not know about it, we could not address it, and it could be fixed very easily. The solution was very easy, but we learned it at the cost of a life. So the reason I talk about this, we should be aware. We should take a learning from such incidents and observe, talk to people. In fact, when we do IIQ audits, I strongly recommend that we interview a certain percentage of the population and listen to what they have to say. It's not necessary that we'll be able to catch everything using our monitors. You need to speak to people, understand their discomforts. Maybe we'll find something which we have not noticed before or gain some knowledge. So that should form a questionnaire, people working in the building, to start an IIQ audit. And I insist, most companies don't like it when we talk to the residents of the building or occupiers. But I think it's a very nice way of actually zeroing down on the source of the problem so that we can fix it. Different locations, buildings are large, it could be a 100,000 square feet building. Different parts of the building will have different problems, different issues. Just having one format for the whole building may not be the right solution. So the more data we collect, the more knowledge we have, the better solutions we can keep. So IIQ is an evolving field. We are learning every day. Some of it is theoretical, some of it is through experience. Guys who are doing day in, day out, they experience different issues every day, and the source of problems could be simple sometimes complicated, and some of the most simple issues which can be solved easily are the biggest complicated ones as an effect on the indoor environment. So knowledge helps, experience helps, and sharing of this knowledge is very important, and communicating this data to find a problem is also very important. So I think we can make our environments better than what they are today. We need to communicate better from outside to inside, and internally there should be more discussion on the subject. Maybe have small little awareness programs for people so they can register these things.